guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this terrific Tuesday here in Connecticut. Getting a late start today. Guys, a really odd day as far as errands and stuff like that. So I'm going to have an odd day tomorrow as well. I may not even be able to get something up tomorrow, but whatever. I'm warning you now. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Guys, I get this question all the time. Ralph, if True Power is so great, why doesn't it work on every mouthpiece? Very, very simple explanation about that. So let's get to it. All right? Haven't played a note. Anyway, it doesn't matter. First thing in the morning, late in the afternoon, last thing at night, it's always there. Warm up, no warm up, doesn't matter. Anyway, as I said, I get this all the time. Ralph, True Power, it's so great. You can, don't have to warm up, blah, blah, blah. Why doesn't it work on any mouthpiece? It's so simple, guys. It's so simple. And this goes back into when Jerry first started his foray into mouthpiece design. Initially, he had two mouthpieces, a number one and a number two. I'm pretty sure the number one was the orchestral one, quite deep, and number two was the screamer. Okay? But he found out very, very early in his trial and error with mouthpieces that the thing that is killing you on the Bach mouthpiece, in particular, is the underbelly in the cup. In other words, if this is the opening to the mouthpiece, you go in this way and it immediately goes into an underbelly. He knew right away that is a killer. That is a killer, and that is the main reason that everybody, just about everybody, struggles on a Bach mouthpiece. The earlier Mount Vernon Bachs did not have that underbelly or such severe underbelly, which made them infinitely more playable than the newer models. Okay? So at that point, every single mouthpiece that Jerry ever designed did not have that underbelly. It wasn't a straight out V cup like some people like to think. We'll get back to the V cup in a minute, but it did not have that underbelly. Now, with that said, if these are the two lips, this is the ultimate playing position. The minute it collapses even a little bit, slightest amount, you're dropping your center, you're losing your center, and you're losing your pitch. If that's it, just a little bit. It doesn't even have to collapse all the way. The underbelly, you'd have to be superhuman to play that Bach mouthpiece up to the extremes that we like to play, and with that underbelly. Okay? Bachs are out. Okay? Back to the V cup. It wasn't a traditional V cup. When I think of a V cup, I think of a French horn mouthpiece, a flugelhorn mouthpiece. It was not that. It was not that. Now, Maynard Ferguson and Lynn Nicholson had that as well. They talked about you need some sort of a V cup, okay? Because they knew their chops were collapsing into the cup of something else, okay? Now, I don't think V cup is, again, when I think of V cup, I think of, again, a flugelhorn mouthpiece, and that is not what we're after. I know that's not what Maynard and Lynn were after, but that is what they called it. But it's basically the absence of the underbelly. Now, since that time, what were there? Since the 1 and 2, 75, 100 different versions of some mouthpiece on that theme, but each one did not have the underbelly. Started with that. Now, with that said, we tried dozens of different bore holes. Okay, Jerry preferred a smaller hole to everybody. He felt like as long as the chops were locked in, you were going to get a rich tone, and you didn't. Now the Bach guys, even though they were using Jerry's mouthpieces a lot of times, they would get it bored out, so they would get that feeling of which we are not after at all. We're not after all. It's a much more open throat and everything when you have that compression. I've talked about that before. Okay? But here's the deal. It wasn't until the 1SB that he felt he got it right. And that it had the complete balance, the tonal center, the richness of tone, and not just the nasal centered thing. Okay? And this is the ultimate mouthpiece for what we need. I can play any other mouthpiece, other trumpet, okay, without warming up, or barely noodling notes to get pitch centers. It's all that is where I'm controlling it. It is not the horn, okay. And as long as the mouthpiece holds it in that with the correct balance and the correct tonal center and everything, you've got it. For my money, the 1SB is the only one that does it. If you go back and listen to my earlier videos, before the 1SB came out, guys, I never made those claims. I never made those claims, okay? I felt they were the best and all that sort of stuff, but I never made those claims. To really get the performance that we want, I think it has to be a 1SB. But I will teach people that have some sort of a callet mouthpiece, okay? We have a fighting chance with some sort of a callet mouthpiece. Anything other than a callet mouthpiece, guys, you are wasting your time. Even if it doesn't have the specific underbelly of the Bach, it does have other deficiencies that are just wasting our time. My time, and more importantly, your money. Guys, listen to me. Everybody thinks I'm coming off arrogant and smug and all this, saying, well, you got to have a callet mouthpiece. Guys, I'm saving you money and I'm saving you time. You are not going to get this with another mouthpiece. Okay? We have a fighting chance with the other callet mouthpieces. If you want to put the extra work in, to me, all I'm trying to do is make it easier and easier and easier. That was all Jerry was trying to do from his maybe 50 years old on for the next 30 some odd years until he passed. That's all I'm thinking about now. That's all I'm thinking about now. Make it easier and easier. And guys, that is what you should be thinking about. I don't care if you're 18. Back in the day, Jerry and I came right out and said, we used the words, I don't mind using the, doing the extra work to get the bigger tone. I don't want to do the extra work anymore. I want to make it easier as I can. And again, the 1SB is the only one that gives you the extreme of both registers up and down with a rich tone. It's the only one that mouthpiece that I know that can make those claims. And it is a combination of his three idols, okay? The cup was definitely Harry James, a double cup type of thing, definitely modeled after that. The other two, I'm not sure if it was the Horst Fischer rim or the Horst Fischer throat or the Charlie Shaver's rim, and I don't know what it is. But it was the combination of those three guys' mouthpieces, and he got the Holy Grail. All right? All right? That's it. And again, it's not me necessarily trying to sell a mouthpiece. It's me trying to get you the best chops you've ever had in your life. Case closed. All right? All right. Eat and drink fruits and vegetables that live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.